gotta do. Draw it for you.
Hello again, friends. Welcome to Lighting Up the Scoreboard on MileHighReport.com, the world's #1 source for Broncos news and analysis. I'm Ted Bartlett. In addition to producing and hosting this weekly feature, I write a column called Shallow Thoughts and Nearsighted Observations, which appears on Mile High Report every Tuesday morning. Today we'll be talking about how the Broncos can light up the scoreboard against the New England Patriots on Sunday. As always, we'll get right to business talking about the Patriots defense, led by a couple of outstanding defensive linemen, Ty Warren, number 94, and Vince Wilfork, number 75. When they play three-down linemen, Wilfork will play a nose tackle. When they play four, which they are increasingly this season, you'll see him more in a 1 or 2 technique. Jarvis Green is the other defensive end, replacing Richard Seymour. And I show in the diagram here at least Derek Burgess, 55, as a defensive end. When they play the 40 front, he will play defensive end a lot. He'll play some stand-up outside linebacker too from time to time. Jared Mayo, the middle linebacker, number 51, has been limited by injuries, but I expect that he'll play. He's very smart, diagnosing plays for a second-year player especially, and he's very good in coverage as well. Gary Guyton has played very well for the Patriots this year, primarily filling in for Mayo, and I expect he'll continue to receive a lot of playing time. Adelius Thomas, 96, is very versatile and very big for an outside linebacker, and sometimes will play inside as well. Very good pass rusher. The corners, I think there's a lot of opportunity to exploit. Sean Springs, 29, has a real good history in his career, but he's kind of getting long in the tooth to the point where it's made his game decline a little. Ebodden, number 23, for a while seemed like he was going to become an elite cornerback, really kind of tapered off, partly due to injuries. The star in the back end is Brandon Merriweather, number 31, who looked really lost as a rookie and for most of his second year, but really plays fast and diagnoses plays well and has really come a long way. He's joined a lot of times by Brandon McGowan, number 30. The Patriots, kind of like the Broncos, what we've seen from them, do rotate a lot of players in. So for the first time, I'm showing some other key defenders that you'll see on the field. Mike Wright, defensive end. Treadell Sands are key backups on the defensive line. Tully Banta-Cain's a pass rushing specialist. And I think particularly against the Broncos, you'll see a lot of Terrence Wheatley and Darius Butler in the secondary. So like the song says, we've reached a time where I'm actually going to draw it for you. And kind of the key point I want to hit today in this edition of Lighting Up the Scoreboard is I expect the Patriots to blitz a lot. Teams do not have a lot of success against the Broncos offensive line rushing 4 or a lot of times even 5. So in the diagram you see here, we're actually going to see them bring 7, 4 down linemen, 2 extra defensive backs, and the 1 middle linebacker that's in the game. 7 guys coming. So you'd know situationally it's probably a 3rd and 5 where you'd see something like this. But you know situationally when they're showing blitz, they're either going to back it out and play coverage or you're going to get the blitz. If they back it out, you're probably going to see if you can get one of the guys on the outside, Marshall or Royal, open, or possibly Stokely going over the middle, number 14. In this case, with the blitz coming, quarterback has a choice saying, okay, Noshawn Moreno is an excellent pass blocker. You could keep him in to help pick up one of the free rushers, so it's at least 7 on 6. But actually, in this case, we're going to choose to leave it as 7 on 5. Run Moreno on a little quick run kind of behind the defensive lineman to the right side first and then back to the left. Orton will be responsible for the 2 free rushers. The protection's going to slide to the left, so the 2 free rushers will be coming from the outside to his right, the defense's left. Orton will have to stare them down, invite the pressure, and then get the ball over the middle to Moreno, who's going to have to get a good release and run a clean route. There's some risk to a play like this, but if you hit it, you can really make a big gain on it because there's only 4 defenders in the back end, and they're covering people man-to-man, probably with their back turned to the play. As we roll the footage, you're going to see how quick the pressure comes off the edge. For now, just focus on that. And very quickly, the camera follows the ball to Moreno. We didn't get a great view of the pressure there, but we'll see it better coming up as we slow it down just a little bit. The nickelback, Wheatley, number 22, comes. The ball gets out very quickly, and there's nobody on Moreno. You really see the pressure kind of get there in this direction, and Moreno is going to get free very easily right behind the linebackers, 5 yards down the field. The linemen are just really trying to keep the quarterback clean. Orton takes a hit there, but he gets it off, and there's a touchdown on the play, so I don't think he really minds. The alternative is, if the quarterback can stand in long enough, there's a post going to the top of the screen, the right side of the field for the offense. Brandon Marshall against Sean Springs, who cannot cover him one-on-one. Marshall, being as big and physical and quick as he is going to be able to get the inside position. And you can see it on the screen where he's about to make the break right by the EA logo there. He makes the break inside. There's no safety help to break it up. You know you got man-to-man and you got to play. Not too dissimilar to the play Marshall was able to beat Terrence Newman last week in the Dallas game in one-on-one man-to-man coverage. They were looking for that matchup the whole game, finally got it, took advantage of it, and exploited it. And I think should a situation like this present itself again on Sunday, they'll be able to do very much the same thing. A lot of times you'll see the Patriots play zone, get back, try to cover, and only rush 4. I mentioned I don't think that'll be particularly successful in the pass rush game, but if they feel like they want to cover, you might see them in some cover 3 or cover 2. This is cover 2, and remember the difference, we've been over this a lot on the site, but the difference is between cover 2 and Tampa 2 is in a Tampa 2, number 51, the middle linebacker, will be taking a very deep drop. In this case, he's not. It's 5 across the middle of the field, 2 safeties on the deep hashes. So we have a good vertical route construction in place on the right side with Jabbar Gaffney and Brandon Marshall. The quarterback can manipulate Merriweather to either stay on the hash, being worried about Gaffney in the post, or to follow Marshall out to the sideline. Whichever one he follows, you're going to hit the other one because everybody else is up closer to the line. One of the 2 of them is going to be open in this case. I'm going to show it to you both ways. Once again, rolling the footage, I said I'm going to show it to you both ways. I'm going to start by going to the post with Gaffney. So Orton's going to look outside, making Merriweather take a false step. You couldn't see it that great there in live action speed, but you'll see it momentarily where the false step happens. The look outside, the throw inside, and then the far side safety can't get over in time, and you get yourself a touchdown on the play. You see the middle linebacker, as I mentioned, does not take a deep drop, and the ball goes over his head. He's kind of useless to the play. And there's the false step right there. You can see from Merriweather that I was talking about, he's dead in the water. Just no chance whatsoever to make a play. He's looking outside, following the quarterback's eyes. That's why eye discipline is very, very important. In this case, we're going to go the other way with it. He got looked inside, and the ball went outside to Marshall on the play. As I mentioned, the other way you can go to it, to the what you'd call a flag or a post corner route. He's open there on the outside. That's a traditional weak spot of cover 2 is deep outside. Deep middle also is, depending on what you can make the safety do. And Merriweather, as I mentioned in the opening, is a very good player, but he's only one guy trying to cover 2 vertical receivers. You can really take advantage of it and call this play and really hit it if you know when cover 2 is coming. The last play I want to show for this week is another 7-man, pretty much all-out blitz package from a shotgun. In this case, we're going to line up in a sort of a tightly bunched, even 2x2 formation with no Sean Marino in the backfield. This is going to be a real quick play-action pass, and this play is good, and I wanted to do this play specifically because there's been a lot of hand-wringing, well, where's Eddie Royal at? Well, when you bunch your receivers together like this, there's a good chance that some defensive backs are going to bump into each other. So Sean Springs is going to be trying to cover Eddie Royal across the field man-to-man and is not going to be able to do so. So the play will roll. It'll be a quick play fake to no Sean Marino. You'll see Royal coming across the field on a quick crossing route, getting open very quickly. And kind of key to the play is you'll see Jabbar Gaffney chipping on number 22, Wheatley, who's a blitzer again. And then Gaffney ends up coming into a delayed route to the outside, and he's actually Orton's hot read if the blitz gets to him too quickly. Again, rolling the footage, you'll see it works just like it was drawn. The quick fake handoff, then the throw out to the left on the crossing pattern. Royal's just going to use his superior quickness to race to the end zone. As we slow it down, though, first you're going to see Gaffney making the quick little block to the left there on the blitzing defensive back and sliding out. Orton also sidesteps to his left, allowing him to have time to find Eddie Royal out there on the left side of the field. Slowing it down once again, you'll see the defensive backs are about running into each other right under the EA logo. Springs is nowhere near his man. Royal's going to get there. Springs, we're going to zoom in on him, and you'll see Merriweather's looking at Gaffney, who's busy blocking, which you see right here. Gaffney's going to hit Wheatley and come out to be the hot route. As always, thanks for joining us. We hope we see you next week. Go Broncos.